Everything we can look and we can talk about for this third games, folks.
I mean, he's been, I want to say, in the South, I feel like he's been the most successful with not S-tier picks. I don't want to say that they're off the meta because they're not terribly too wide from the meta. Chip has his place. Minotaur has his place. Lolita, we might go ahead and put that back on the shelf. Let it sit there for. But I feel like, I mean, I feel like he's not on the verge of like what we've seen from like in the North Nighthorn, where they have all of these. You don't even know what to ban from them because they have all these different picks that they've made work. Here, I feel like it's almost not worth it to say that he's stepping outside the box. It's just that he's not sticking to the engraved meta that we've been seeing, and that's keeping his roaming positions pretty fluid. Not just fluid, but they've had their strengths that they've been able to go with. Minotaur being able to go underneath towers to get that Minoan Fury, so that now you're zoning out the entire enemy. Chip being able to go on those side lanes to find the pickoff that are needed before returning immediately back to the objective for them. So I mean, he's done a great job of being able to kind of balance that, not being confined by the meta, but still respecting it and understanding what things would work best for a composition that might not be the Khalid or the Hilda or the Grok or something like that. Yeah, Ikalea as well.
Yeah, I feel like the fact that he is choosing these random heroes that are not meta might be throwing off these teams, right? Because the fact that they're not used to training against it, or they wouldn't expect it to be chosen, and he has that comfortability with them. So it makes it even more harder for the other teams to kind of gauge and kind of do something about it, because they're just not used to fighting against teams that actually play these heroes in the tournaments.
Yeah, that's a good point, Zina. And plus, they're not able to, like, I think that Infinity says something like, okay, we have these heroes, we have this like roaming choices here, you know, so maybe we can think just a little bit outside of the box, but not changing too much, you know, not trying to the difficult to try hard the execution, you know what I mean? For example, Marcel, they think, okay, we don't want to play with Marcel because even though he is very strong, he's in the meta, maybe the composition, maybe the idea could not be the best for us, you know. So they think about some heroes out of the box, but not that difficult, you know. The execution are clean, the composition, the wombo combo are fast and clean for them, so it helps them to guarantee a strong mentality and an easier play style during the game, you know. So as we see now, Harley, the first pick for a Titan Esports, and I was thinking about that Yuzong and Rusi's hand here, because he used Lapu Lapu in the first game. Now he used Thamos, so maybe for him now Yuzong here could be a very good choice for him. That now he's confident, now he plays powerful in the XP lane here for Infinity. So Harit and Yuzong for Infinity. The response for Titan Esports comes with Uranus and Valentina.
The Uranus is an interesting pick for me, just because I'm not sure what it's kind of where its benefit is coming from. You're absolutely right when it comes to Rusi on the Yuzong. We saw him with the Lapu, and in a lot of those fights, I wish I could have I could encapsulate everything that was going on, but I did notice while a lot of those team fights were going on that immediately as the real world manipulation came down, Rusi immediately closed the distance to be able to dish out the damage from the still target. Nolan has he's been on the teeter-totter. I feel like it goes into the skill, it fits very well into the skill level of the person that's playing it. You really need to have the trust in you and your teammates to kind of get that advantage, keep that advantage, so that you're not getting overwhelmed here, to be able to kind of go in, get that damage, or even be able to split push once you start to fall behind. He's I want to say he's a high risk, high reward type of hero, because I honestly, sometimes I'm just not a fan, because I just hate coin flips. I hate is this game gonna go well, or is it just not? Because if it's not, there's nothing I can do about it as a Nolan. I mean, if you got the skill level for it, we'll see how well it kind of goes into it.
Yeah, it seems like they're target banning the roams right now, and they just banned out Eudora and Bruno here. I guess they're trying to make sure they're not going to pick up any mages on the side of Infinity. That could be good. What do they have, or who can they choose? I know Lilia is still probably open for them.
Yeah, maybe Lilia, maybe... I don't think that Ivy could fit in that composition here as a static mage, you know, like trying to help with the follow-up of the damage here for Infinity when they have Nolan with a hybrid. Yeah, okay, I was thinking about Belleric too, so a fanboy brought also, yes, he brought also this Belleric before, so now he's another so once again a Belleric here being in the Land of Dawn. The response here for Titan Esports comes with Badang and Granger. Granger versus Harriet. It will depend a lot more with the skill shot, you know. Harriet is so much easier to play. I don't think this is a good idea, to be honest.
I'm not gonna lie, before the Belleric pick, I was kind of wondering how Nolan's gonna go into some of these heroes. You got a lot of dashing abilities, so Nolan, if he's gonna try to get the fracture, you've got it takes a little bit of hesitation. Harley's going to be able to jump out of the way. Valentina's going to be able to jump out of the way. But if you combine that with the taunt that Belleric has and his ability to kind of draw people close, I feel like you have the ability. Oh, and you have Azetsian, who's going to be able to get that Rage of the Phoenix out there as well. So you've got a good amount of CC to hold down a lot of these players on the side of Titan Esports.
Yeah, and one thing here that can help Infinity again, and a plus, it's a plus here for Infinity. It's always that I always used to say that Zetian here and her buff that turns like the nerf the magic resistance here. So Zetian's and each ability that she casts, that she uses, it is turn the magic resistance of the enemy weaken. So Harriet can come with the damage, with the ultimate, and with the dash from the second one. So it can be very, very interesting for Infinity here with a team fight, you know, with a 2-time team fight here for them. And Nolan comes to finish the enemy, comes to take a pick off, for example, before an objective. So that could be very interesting for Infinity. I don't think that Irena's doing so much here, Private, to be honest, for a Titan Esport. But let's see what he can do.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, possibly the game point here for Infinity, as they are looking for a 3-0 sweep, and the Titan Esports Club looking to reply in kind for our last series of the night.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the Land of Dawn. This could be the last game of the night. Titan Esports versus Infinity. That is also 2-0 to Infinity so far in this best of 5. It's the battle for survival. It's the battle for the competition. One is gonna still survive, one is gonna still take a breath, another one is gonna say goodbye. Private, let's go.
Yeah, I have to agree with you when I'm trying to figure out where Uranus shines here. and what he can be doing. I do like the Bedang pickup just because it just depends on how fast Steffi is going to be able to react to ZZ coming in. Are you going to be able to get some of those dashes in to stop Steffi, or are you just going to be just like a second too late to be able to trap him? Steffi already invading, getting enemy jungle in here as well, as we see the most boring XP fight in the world, as these two just slap each other back with their regenning abilities.
Yeah, you're right. But now here in the mid lane, both teams are concerned about like causing this pressure, you know, like controlling the minion waves. But oops, fanboy. Ooh,
yeah,
it hurts,
50%.
fanboy. It hurts. Yeah.
Yeah, 50% health already taken down there. Hotun looking for an angle to get in there. Oh, he's gonna go ahead and immediately. Oh, I thought there was somebody over on that side of that turtle. He just used his teleport for no reason onto the turtle. Trying to get the surprise damage on the turtle. Turtle shocked and he goes down. So that's gonna be a first pickup there for the side of Titan Esports Club.
Yeah, and that was a good thing here for Titan Esports, but now they're focusing here, causing pressure with Rusi, doing a proxy here, but now Rusi!
Oh, he gets the dragon and able to use that black dragon to get out of harm's way of the deadly magic. A great gank there from Hotun, but quick thinking by Rusi is going to help him to find himself an escape. No worse for wear. Both teams are still sitting at 0.
Yeah, now Titan Esports with a different playstyle here in the third game, playing aggressive, playing forward, guaranteeing the first turtle. Now doing the proxy once again here with Arctic. It's with a different mentality here, but now ZZ was able to guarantee the orange buff so far, but now in the bottom lane, first blood for Titan Esports.
Yeah, Syndra came down there for a surprise onto Zablach, who gets taken out. Right now, a pretty firm beginning here for the side of Titan Esports. This is one that's a lot different than we've been seeing from them. Infinity usually able to kind of juggle in the beginning, and you see already a 400 gold lead there coming out for Fury.
Yeah, they still they have to keep this dominance. You know, they have to keep taking the actions, playing aggressive, because even though we are having an interesting composition from Infinity here with a very interesting scale up with the ZTN, Rusi, even Zablax here with Harriet. You know, so. Okay, they have Fury with the Granger, which has an interesting scale so far, but they have to take care about that situation, you know. So for Infinity here, just like exist and let the time pass by to be strong, to become strong, to get the items, to get the farm here to fight as even. But Titan Esports doesn't want to allow this happen. All the time they're trying to find something.
Yeah, you can see already. I mean, there's just not really a target for ZZ, especially up at the top. I mean, you're not going to go. You're not going to be able to burst down the Uranus here. He's going to go ahead and pick up. Ooh, Stefan in a good position to surprise ZZ.
Oh, ZZ.
A nice little dodge from ZZ. Reads that like a book. Fanboy on the side there. ZZ's getting stopped. He's not able to get in to maybe get this lord. Black Dragon is out. Fanboy in the midst of this. Out comes the Rage of the Phoenix. And ZZ, just as I said, he wasn't able to get in there. Down goes Steffi. A turtle is down as well for Infinity. Zablach able to find a kill onto Zindrak, and now it
Arctic
does look like Titan Esports on the run. Arctic looking for an escape. Lionel takes some damage coming out from Hotun with that deadly magic, but ZZ comes in with a fracture to take down another kill. 1-0-1 for ZZ.
ZZ, the player with more than the 3,000 IQ. Boy, he was like sleeping in and sleeping out every time the jungler. In the end, he guaranteed his total, actually, the turtle for Infinity. Plus, 3 more kills for Infinity Esports here. We were talking about how aggressive the early game for Titan Esports was. But now, Infinity gets back in the game. Actually, he passes the goal lead. Almost 1K for Infinity Esports. Yeah, my friend Private here, Titan Esports has to rearrange the things once again.
Yeah, a big little clamor there at mid lane, but they do disperse right away. I feel like even when it comes to having a Uranus in your lane, I feel like Roosie's doing a great job keeping his gold up and his levels to kind of keep it competitive in that XP lane. A little bit of pressure kind of mounting at the mid lane. 33 seconds left on the next turtle.
Yeah, the next turtle here now, 26 seconds for the next one. Radiant armor now in Hirusi's hand to get more resistant here. Oh, Harley was trying to defend the tower number 1 in the top lane here, but it goes to Infinity. It's a very good macro for Infinity Esports so far. Not only in this game, but also in all the 3 games. Even they're playing aggressive, you know, even though they're playing aggressive, guarantee the towers, guarantee the objective. Infinity Esports playing so well so far.
Yeah, and that's kind of my question too. Like, why are we sending Harley to try to clear lanes and stuff, especially up at the top where he's not going to be as much useful up there? Fanboy takes a little bit of a tower there from Steffi, who's trying to keep the zone out. Black Dragon is out. Hotun running for the hills. He wants no part of this Black Dragon. And now you can see Arctic now getting locked onto there by Rusi. Do have a Wrath of the Dryad coming out from Fanboy. Steffi in trouble. Fistcrack is out as well. Fanboy gonna use that flicker to get himself out of harm's way as Rusi takes the bulk of a deadly magic as well. And the turtle kind of wondering why nobody wants to go after him anymore as all the team completely disperses from both sides for that engagement.
Yeah, in this team fight here, the winner was the turtle. She won everything here. But now we're seeing Arctic once again doing the proxy between the tower number 1 and number 2. He tries to do this all the time, but now the turtle became the Lord. Now no turtles anymore. Now it is the Lord. Our Fanboy here trying to defend the orange buff for ZZ that he could guarantee once again. Arctic. Ooh, who has to take care? Okay, he's a Uranus. He has a very high regeneration, has a very high sustainability here, but he has to pay attention. He has to take care about that. But now both teams are concerned to defend the mid lane here, especially managing the minion waves. But now the Lord heading is on the pit in the upper side, while we are watching Zablox versus Arctic here in the bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, Arctic, like I said, I just don't feel his impact on the match right now. Not having to do anything with his skill level, but just as a Uranus right now, he's just not. I'm not feeling his force in a lot of these fights just yet. Lord is up. We have some split pushing going on at the bottom. That's going to be another tower for the side of, or actually not another tower for a cleanup job coming down from ZZ at the bottom to keep that tower safe. Only one tower gotten so far. Yeah, ZZ's gonna be able to find himself and escape. I thought so. Otun comes in with the deadly magic. That's gonna be. Oh, ZZ has the last minute health pop there to be able to get that health back and does not go down to the deadly magic.
He doesn't die anymore. I swear to you that he doesn't die anymore in this game here. But now the Lord is on the pitch once again. Both teams are dancing around this goal, a very important one. ZZ is once again in the game here. He's on the pitch, but now Arctic is trying to do this face check. Everything is possible here in this game. Now the Lord was started by Titan Esports. Hotun, okay, he has back. Fanboy here trying to find an angle. Everything is possible here, Private. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, both teams, the Hotun just the only one missing his ultimate. He'll be getting that back very shortly here. But otherwise, both teams have full spells, have full ultimates here now. Black Dragon is out. Pop-up lands onto Zabloch as well. Fistcrack on the ZZ. Oh, and down goes Steffi. Zabloch lays down to Zaman Force. Arctic running for the hills, trying to keep that momentum up there. Zigzagging around, and Hotun finds a kill onto Rusi while Lionel scoops up that kill on to Arctic. Zabloch gets taken down as well. Zindrak right there. The Black Dragon is out. I believe that's the IMU Black Dragon that's coming out from Zindrak to help get back to mid lane. That's going to be 2 down for the side of Infinity, 1 down for the side of Titan Esports Club.
Gosh, There was a painful bullet coming out from Granger's hand here, Fury. We're seeing the items here so far, Haunted Strike, Sky Pierce, and the Malefic Roar for Granger, while having the Heaven's Feather Starling Sight for Harriet. It's not even the power spike that Harriet can cause that massive damage, but even though it's very important for Infinity here. But now, Rusi.
Rusi goes in, gets that little combo there on to Steffi to start leaking a lot of that health back over to him. And it's just unfortunate for the side of Titan Esports. Like, there's so much going on around the map. They start the Lord and then they realize, I don't think we're going to be able to take this just yet. And they have a lot of engagement tools there too. ZZ is allowed to kind of just sit in the bush and wait for it. As I say that, he goes up and immediately hits the Lord. But you've got a lot of these engagement tools where you've got Zablotch who can come in with that Zaman Forest. You've got the Black Dragon that can come out.
Oh.
Fanboy can come in. Ooh, as I say that, I believe Hotun was able to find a kill onto Lionel. That means that's going to be a big stun that is down for the side of Infinity. The rest of Titan Esports Club going to go ahead, focus on to this Lord, looking for an opportunity to hopefully turn the heels of this game into their favor. ZZ. Nobody able checking that bush just yet. 50% left onto this Lord. ZZ gonna come down, looking for the chase. Does not find it. Lord has been reset yet again by Titan Esports Club.
I think that, oops, once again here, Arctic, what are you doing there? Oh!
Ooh, it does look like Fury finds the kill onto Rusi. Infinity members are starting to drop, especially, due to the damage coming out from Fury. I think we said he's got the Hunter Strike, he's got the Sky Piercer, he's got Malefic Roar as well. Arctic, oh my God, able to walk away with under 1% of health left, able to heal that back. Now he's going to be part of this fight. Meanwhile, Fury just blasting away on this Lord, while Infinity having trouble finding their footing, finding a way to get into here. Steffi takes a heap of damage. Lord down to 50%. Arctic on the front end. Zaman Force laid down, and down goes the Lord. Hotun able to find the retribution there as well. Down goes Arctic. ZZ finds the kill there to pay them back, but one kill for the Lord is a value for the side of Titan Esports.
Once again here, a worthy sacrifice for Titan Esports. They guaranteed the Lord that is already marching on the bottom lane here. It's a very interesting advantage, but now Infinity immediately is heading for the bottom lane here to avoid the Lord heading in this side. Yeah, it helps a lot here for Infinity. Now Titan Esports is taking the chance to take down at least the tower in the top side, but they still continue. Only Rusi here to defend this tower.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. They are able to take down the Lord, find a tower of their own, but up at the top, you can see Titan Esports just blasting away, already down to the high ground towers. Just like that, almost flipped this entire game on its side. As Titan Esports do start to get a little bit of a narrow lead, they have the macro up on the side of Infinity, as well as the fact that it seems like Infinity have not been able to find an answer when it comes to these objectives and being able to close the distance.
Yeah, but now there's one more tower here for Titan Esports. Only the high ground here left for Infinity. They're trying to find someone here in the mid lane, but Titan Esports plays safe. They head back. Only Steffi, it is the most aggressive one here, trying to find this info for Titan Esports. But once again, ZZ, oh my goodness, it's taking so much damage.
Yeah, ZZ took a face full of that Rhapsody coming out from Fury. And I mean, he has just been carrying this game with that suppressive fire that he can dish out right now. He's been able to take down Rusi. He's becoming a threat to ZZ every single time he wants to come in. We're just waiting. I mean, it kind of comes down to how well Zablotch can maybe kind of come in and put down the damage. Are we going to be able to pair it up? Are we going to stop losing members before some of these fights? Lionel got picked off. I remember Rusi got picked off. We need to be enforcing our types of fights, because right now it seems like we're on the back foot and we keep reacting if we are Infinity right now.
Easy. Oops. Okay. I thought there was like chasing Steffi, but he changed his mind. But now once again, Infinity trying to defend the minion wave that he's heading every side here. Hotun, we have to take care. You are Harley, you have teleportation, but you are not immortal. But now he heads back once again here. Titan Esports has this interesting advantage so far in the gold lead. 3K goes for Titan Esports. Another Lord here in the upper side once again. Immediately started by Titan Esports, and apparently we won't fight a fight back. We won't have a fight back. Or do we have? Yes, here it comes.
Yeah, we have the rage coming out. ZZ able to find a kill onto Steffi. The dominant force had already been laid out, but it does look like they have to turn away. Deadly magic does land on the Rusi. Hotun on the backside, getting chased out as well. You can see Fury waiting, trying to count his cards. The blast, Zablach with that Death Sonata as well. Dominant force has been laid down. ZZ working on this Lord, looking to try to put the finishing touches. Finds the retribution. Now the rest of Infinity running for the hills, trying to find themselves a disengagement here so that it doesn't cost them too much. Fury puts the finishing touches onto Rusi, throwing Death Sonatas onto the backside of a Fanboy.
Only one player down here for Infinity, a very worthy sacrifice once again for Infinity Esports. But now the Lord is in their favor. Once again here, the gold lead in items, the whole beard here for a Granger, the soft healing, and the Blade of Despair. You can expect so much damage coming from this Granger, but now once again, ooh, Fanboy.
Fanboy took a lot of damage. The Zaman Force has been laid down. Arctic on the front line. Now he's starting to pay off a lot of that tankiness on the front line to kind of keep the rest of Infinity at bay. He's got a lot of that regen. He's got a lot of survivability. So he'll be able to tank a lot of those shots, especially coming out from Zablach right now on that Harith. And that is, Fanboy in the middle of 3 members. Goes in, finds himself a Wrath of Dryad onto 2 members. Steffi punches him into the wall. The backside, Arctic gets taken out by Zablach. A Lord charges in.
No way.
The bottom lane tower. Titan
No
Esports
way.
Club trying to fend off this Lord, but Infinity do not look like they want to continue. They're going to take the safe route. They're going to back up, try to put some pressure onto this tier 2 tower at mid. And that's going to be another tower for the side of Infinity. So trying to match it out. Zaman Force laid down. Minions now crawling at the mid-high ground tower base. Rage of the Phoenix comes out. Zablach in trouble. Does get taken out by the deadly magic of Hotun.
That comes the greedy. That comes when you are too greedy here, my friend Private. Once again here, checking out the items. Almost everyone here full build so far. Infinity Goliath, the Magic Crystal here for Harriet. So 8 kills here, but the difference is they guarantee super minions in the bottom lane here for Infinity. You know, like at this point of the game, the gold lead, it doesn't matter so much because everyone is almost a full build. Now what matters is the play style, is the ideas, is the creativity here to find someone lost, trying to find the angle, trying to find a flank or a backline here, especially with Rusi here with the Black Dragon. That could be very interesting here, especially for zoning players from Titan Esports. So everything here is possible. The game is even for both teams, and Titan Esports has the pressure because they have to win this game.
Yeah, there's a huge amount of pressure on a Titan Esports here. And unfortunately, we're at a point where the Black Dragon just is not as strong. You're going to be able to get kited by Fury, who's already putting on a huge amount of damage with that Rhapsody. ZZ is going to go ahead and start on this Turtle. He does back off there. You see Arctic going ahead, being that wall for the side of Titan Esports right now. Ooh, still waiting. Zablach, we do have the Rage of the Phoenix comes down, but it does not connect on the backside. Ooh, you see that Hotun trying his best. Minions at the bottom. Oh, I was about to say at the bottom, they almost looked like they had a clear route into the base. The longer this fight goes on, I feel like they're going to be able to find themselves an avenue to attack at the bottom, and it's red. Fury has to return to the base. Does Infinity know that Fury's not part of this fight? If they do, they need to go ahead and actuate and jump on this. Lord down to 50%. They're going to go ahead and go 110% up at this Lord. Black Dragon is out. 10% is on the Lord. Are they going to be able to find the retribution? Arctic finds the Lord for the side of Titan Esports, who are still in this series. Rusi able to find a kill onto Hotun. The rest of Infinity pushing themselves. You'd think that they were the ones who got the Lord. Now 5v4 looking to enforce their will, trying to come down through the mid lane. Arctic in the front line. Zaman Force has been laid down as well. Consecration activated by Arctic to get that big boost of healing, and the rest of Infinity backs off.
Yeah, so here Titan Esports guaranteed the Lord, but what all cost here? Taking out Hotun. Oh, Arctic once again, but Fanboy can be lost. But now he still survive. The Lord heading in the top side, but immediately Infinity Esports here trying to avoid this Lord marching so far for this base. But ZZ, what are you doing?
Caught and blasted by Fury. Zablotch able to come in and take down Steffi. Black Dragon has been executed out there by Rusi. Arctic on the backside, taking a whole lot of damage coming out from Lionel and Rusi. Fury on the side dashes in, looking to put some suppressive fire on there with the angle of that Rhapsody. ZZ is down. I was just about to say, too, ZZ's getting so close to this fight, so close to this Lord. He's going to be taken out. Minions at the bottom fighting for their lives. The big group of them coming out from Infinity, trying to push out these super minions from the side of Titan Esports. Lord now up at the top, actually taken down to about 1/3 health. The Zaman Force has been laid out, and Lord takes down the high ground tower at the top lane of Infinity as well. And it does look like the rest of Titan Esports are going to disperse from this fight.
Yeah, they're heading back now, trying to respond, to defend the minion waves heading for the bottom lane so far. As I said before, at this point of the game here, the gold lead, the build, everyone is a full build here. Everyone, like some of them selling the boots as Granger, for example, to guarantee another items here, to guarantee more damage, to cause more damage here in the next team fight. But the fact is, 10 seconds left for the next Lord. Titan Esports trying to dominate the map here, trying to surprise the enemy, trying to find someone lost, while especially Zablox in the top lane here, trying to cause depression to the minion waves, to push the minion waves so far from the base, the super minions. But now Titan Esports once again started the Lord.
Yeah, but this is going to be a 24-minute Lord. It's going to be a little bit more tankier. It's going to allow some time for Infinity to come and close the distance. The rest of
Rusi
now on the backside. Rusi takes a whole lot of damage. Zablotch able to find a kill onto Hotun. That is a retribution down for the side of Titan Esports. Arctic Immortality has been procced, and finally
Winter Crown.
has a Winter Crown, but ZZ right there to dish out the damage. Now they know that Granger Fury is going to be trying to take out this mid tower. They immediately go to secure and take out the minions there as well. Not going to allow Fury the opportunity he wants to be able to get the back door. Now pure focus on the side of Infinity as they lock on to this Lord. ZZ needs to be very careful about his positioning. Steffi is right there. Zaman Force laid out. Now putting the pressure on. The cooldowns down. Steffi comes in, finds himself a big fist crack, and taking a lot of damage. Immortality has been procced. Now ZZ looking for the angle. Rusi comes in with that Black Dragon. That's going to be a Lord for the side.
What is Fury doing?
Infinity. Fury trying to put on the damage onto Fanboy, who's coming in chasing him down. Is it going to be enough? Immortality has been procced, and Zablotch finds the kill onto Fury, who was looking for the back door.
Yeah, but now the situation here gets very hard for Titan Esports Private because it is 2 players down. The Lord heading in the bottom lane and the team of Infinity Esports pushing the minion waves here. That could be the end of the game.
Yeah, you have your big physical damage down right now. Fury Ramson is Riot coming down. Dominant Force on the back end too as well. ZZ takes down Hutun. We do have the Fury of the Phoenix coming down. Zablotch finds a kill onto Arctic now pushing their way into core for a clean sweep. Influence Rage with the series victory.
Take my energy, take my money, Infinity Esports! 3-0 over Titan Esports. What a match. What a victory, Xena.
What a match. That was a sweep for Infinity there. Titan was trying to put up a fight, but it was all for naught at the end. Hotun kind of did a lot of missteps there that kind of threw it, but at the same time, they put up a fight at the end, and here we are. Infinity has taken that sweep.
Oh man, I feel like there was a call that was made on the side of Titan Esports. I feel like the team fights were going in their favor. They had a lot of these objective fights, but there was a call that was made to either have your Granger out there to try to get the split push, and unfortunately, that made a lot of the fights unfavorable on the side of Titan Esports there. And unfortunately, again, Infinity able to walk away with a very great victory.
Yeah, it's a very great victory once again for Infinity here. 16 kills over only 8 for Titan Esports. You're really seeing here like ZZ with the Nolan playing very well. Even the Zablax here with A35. The Fanboy here with Balearic once again. And you know what? For me, the idea for Infinity here that everyone know exactly what they have to do. Everyone know exactly what each one have to do, sorry, to guarantee the victory for Infinity. You know, so Rusi, okay, I think maybe. Not maybe, but Rusi is not even concerned about like KDA, you know, only use the Black Dragon, for example, to trying to zone the players out, even though the Granger is very strong with all the items with the full build here, causing so much damage. But even though Rusi goes forward, Rusi goes aggressive here to trying to neutralize the players from Titan Esports. Another one is every time someone was trying to neutralize, especially Hotuns here with Harley, he was trying to find a flank, he was trying to burst someone, especially Lionel, for example. But the idea was good, but not even every time that he could do it, you know. So it didn't work bringing this Harley here, especially in the very late game that he already seen here. So Infinity once again bringing a good victory and a clean 3-0 sweep.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these lords, especially toward the late game, definitely going in favor of Titan Esports Club, to the point that Infinity was having trouble trying to get some of these fights under. You see there, Fury just doing a great job keeping the zoning, keeping in range, putting on that damage to who he needed to. And I believe, yeah, this is still one of the a good fights for them. I believe this is where Arctic got caught, and you see the Granger kind of split off from that fight, tried to go on his own, and unfortunately, I mean, at this point, I don't want to blame the Granger for that because he already had 2 players down. So he's trying to make the most of it. He's trying to go to the backside to try to get the clear there. Unfortunately, at that point, Infinity already had the advantage, already had the kills that they needed, and it was a wrap for Infinity.
And we are going to see who our MVP is. We have Fanboy here with that Belric. Okay, the Belric with the 1013 KDA, 51.5k total damage, and 562 golds per minute. You can take him down. He was just too tanky for him. He made sure he was in most of those well, the majority. He was there, making sure his team was safe and being that front line for him.
Yeah, I gotta be honest here. I was expecting Zablox to be MVP here with the Harriet. I believe that he was like 8-3 something in the KDA, but now we're seeing Fanboy here, which he was crucial for this victory for Infinity Esports with this Balearic once again. Once again here bringing a Balearic, and almost sure that he was victorious. That it means a lot for a Fanboy here, bringing this not so different romance of the meta, but always to get him so confident so far. But here the fact is, Infinity, from the last season, that their performance was like in the on average, you know, they were in the middle of the table, but now I can feel that Infinity